Me again.
Yes, sir, Mr.
I
Edward
hope you're not
Ison. Yes,
too
it is
tired of
you.
seeing my face. Yeah, so
It's okay. We love to see you there, sir. So, of course, from our media guests, the questions are, of course, welcome. We already have Mr. Edward here, ready to take on the questions and answer those.
hopefully. So yeah.
Yes. Hopefully, we could answer all those questions. We will be trying to answer all those questions, but of course, time is ticking. Let us try to. Okay, screening some questions. Yes, we should screen them because we have to have just a few, I think. Because of course we are in just rushing for this hour, I think. Okay.
No worries.
Yes. So if you have any questions, just type it in, guys. We will be trying to answer those. So, Sir Edward, how are you today?
Well, feeling good. Although I'm leaving for, I'm traveling. But yeah, we're good. We're good.
You are leaving. Where are you going?
No, because more of a personal thing, personal travel. Because I have
Oh, great.
one. I mentioned about one of my children graduating. So
Oh,
it's
congratulations.
yes,
Yes,
in
yes. A lot of
college.
kids are graduating this year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Grade
So
12, grade
we're
10,
traveling.
college. Yes. Are they
Yep.
doing
Mine is
face-to-face
college.
already?
No, still. I think still virtual. I know
Oh,
my youngest would be hybrid. So again, this technology is really still needed in this time.
that is true.
Yes,
Even if they're not doing it from home, from
correct,
the office, they
correct.
still need. We
Yes,
all need this. This
yep.
technology is really needed for now. Okay, so here are the questions. So, question number one for you, Sir Edward. How is the local team adapting to the new normal setup?
Right.
That is
Okay.
the
So
first question.
well, again, we've been doing for the past 2 years since the pandemic hit, more really home based, work from home. And what we did initially is to really provide our employees the right devices to meet their requirements. For example, in my case, since I'm also managing a team of people, I really request for additional screen monitor. So at least while doing some stuff, I can answer some questions on the other screen. So we are trying to provide as much flexibility to our employees. Even today, wherein some of us are also doing work in the office, we make sure, that's why I mentioned a while ago, hot desks. So at least we don't have to really go full blast in the office, but we will assign them. And at the same time, we make sure we have the right protocols in place in our office. But in terms of adapting, I think majority of us has already done this because I guess that really changes the scenario of how we do business today. In fact, we can do our work wherever we are and whatever timeline. In fact, as I mentioned a while ago, I'm traveling, but the difference is about 7 hours, but I'm still connected. So with this one, we would try to make sure our employees are really secured, safe, but at the same time have the capability and the technology that will still do their jobs, meet their requirement, meet their targets. So that's how we are doing it now.
That is right. And of course, the power and lightweight is very
Oh
important
yes,
with the
definitely.
gadget that we are bringing with us
Plus,
every
plus
time.
security, plus security. And that's important. I think in the
Plus
sorry,
security, that is true.
yes. So I failed to mention that in this hybrid type of environment, you have to make sure you are always secure. So with Lenovo, we make sure that with the Thick Shield, it really protects you from any malware harm or unsolicited emails that you will have seen. So please make sure you don't open them. Sometimes there are phishing emails, but rather those trying to hack your system. With the Think Shield, it can really prevent this from happening. Yep.
That
Yeah.
is right. So, question number two is already ready. It's just that the The phone is not. Let's open it up po. Naka-password the phone. So yes, that is true. I forgot to mention that security as well. And the ports from the side. Wow. Those were amazing from the laptop. Because well, personally, laptop for me is a great device. And the ports on the side are amazing because there's HDMI, there's USB, there's even Type C.
Mhm.
So yes, that is
Yep. So
amazing.
So there's a question actually, Mary, on the chat box. It's
Ah, the
from
chat box.
Alvin Pacheco. He says, for the Thinkbook, I want to ask about the port choices used, specifically the card reader. Are micro SD cards often used by professionals instead of the standard SD cards? Well, I guess, Alvin, we've come a long way. We started with the standard SD cards, but because of we want to make sure you get most of the storage. So the micro SD really is something that we chose to have to ensure that we have, I would say, more flexibility in terms of the size itself in our on the sides, because we want to make sure as thin as possible. And in terms of the ports, we can have more ports. That's why we chose micro SD. And I guess today micro SD is more really at the standard today, having more, I would say, capacity that you can have on a micro SD. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the key there. But also the placement, no? Kasi nga, we want to make sure we give more ports and options. That is why the size is we chose to have micro SD instead.
Yes, and to add to that, usually the memory card that we use in our cell phones or the cameras are micro SD already. Yes,
Mm.
is that true from our photographers as well? Yes, it is micro SD, right? So it's
Although, to be
easy
honest, I
to
still have that old one, the bigger one. Unfortunately, that's how technology goes, right? I think, Alvin, that's also for the sake of the other participants. As we go along, unfortunately, really technology, we have to adapt to technology because they keep on moving. In fact, the reason why I'm not buying an iPhone, sorry for those iPhone users. I know all my family are using iPhone, but I rather buy something that I can use more in terms of productivity, connectivity, and ang tawag dito, more applications, no? So I think it's sometimes very expensive to really maintain, but wala tayong choice eh. We just have to adapt. So unfortunately, habang tumatagal, nag-i-improve ang technology, and unfortunately, we have to really let go of the older one. However, siguro, Mary, just to give you, in addition, siguro to this one, is we have what we call device as a service, no? A life cycle type of model. Wherein for a company, whether you're a mid-size or an enterprise company, mawawala na yung issue na sa'yo, naku, paano kaya ito maging obsolete yung laptop ko, desktop ko, paano kaya investment ko? So with the device as a service that Lenovo offers also, you can make sure it's more of an operating type of solution or service, wherein you don't have to worry about obsolescence because we will take care of that. So just to answer those na medyo, naku, yung technology masyadong mabilis, ito yung answer namin, no? For companies who don't want to burden themselves on how to dispose, get new devices, and how to manage them, we can manage it for you. So that's what this is. Although this is not part of that, but I'm just saying that we have that offering, device as a service. In fact, today, it now cuts across not only on the endpoint device, but also the infrastructure, which is the back end, the servers, no, the on-prem. So we have all that encapsulated in what we call everything as a service. But that will be another session in case. So yeah. So sorry, back to you, Mary.
yes, that is true, sir. We tackled a little more, a lot sa part na yan. But then, yes, going back, here's another question. What sets this lineup of products apart from their predecessor models? And what has the brand
Right.
done to improve each?
Okay. I guess I've mentioned it on the slides. Maybe just to repeat. No. So again, essentially, we're using the latest processor from Intel, the 12th gen processors. We have changed the look and feel of our camera. It's all full HD now on the ThinkPad X1. The Yoga itself has also the latest powered 12 Gen technology with an Windows 11 operating system. It's the video calls are also one touch in the collaboration part of the laptop. There's also the glass Gorilla Glass, so and then low blue light display. And for the desktop, on the other hand, is really the flexibility of an entry level versus your enterprise grade, but rather not compromising on the capability and productivity that you can get from those systems. So again, definitely it's using the latest technology of Intel, and at the same time offering you the security of what we call Think Shield, which is very important. So I guess I don't want to repeat that, but it's essentially that's the or the difference between the predecessors before.
All right. And moving on to our next question. Does the Thinkbook support Thunderbolt?
Yeah, and, I'm trying to again. Probably I have to get back to you, but I know we use a full function USB-C 3.2. I just need to verify on the Thunderbolt capability, which because the X1 is capable of that. So if I can reserve that question, we'll get back to you, Marvin, on that. Again, I have to refer back to our technical guys on the nitty-gritty of that question.
No
Sorry.
problem, Sir Edward. No
Yeah.
pressure. Okay. But anyway, moving on to the next question. We already touched that topic that compared to Apple, we could
Uh,
use this product more, especially for other gadgets. It is more user friendly compared to the Apple. But how are your products compared to its competitor?
Nako, that's a difficult question, actually, because it's really in our nature not to disparage the other brands. But what we say is we drive um, transformation from a global device company to a technology leader in the global device solutions arena. So we project Lenovo's next decade of growth and position it as one of the world's most trusted and iconic technology leaders. In fact, I don't know if you know that ThinkPad, the ThinkPad name itself or the branding is celebrating 30 years this year. So we started the ThinkPad technology and branding in 1992, and I think I was just out of college then. So and as you know, the ThinkPad is still here. I saw the other brands really converting their laptops to a different type of branding, but we have maintained that, and we're celebrating 30 years. So watch out for that. We will be coming up with a sneak peek of what you to expect on the 30th model of the ThinkPad. No, so it's a ano ba tawag dun? Limited edition yon. So just watch out for it. And of course, we are delivering smarter technology for all. That's always our brandings, offering smarter technology for all. With that said, we continue to develop actually products that will really improve customer experience. Because at the end of the day, that's what we are here for, to make sure we enhance the user or the customer experience with our products and making sure that this will increase everybody's productivity wherever you are, whether you're in your workplace or you're working from outside or you're working from a different place. So well, hopefully not in space, but who knows, right? So that's what we're trying to do.
All right, let's see. Maybe soon we will be working from space,
Who knows,
or
right?
whichever space we will want to imagine ourselves into. Okay, and I
Yeah.
can't imagine 30th
30
ThinkPad.
years. Yes,
Wow,
yes. So
congratulations.
thank you, thank you.
All
That's really
right.
iconic. Sorry.
Yes, that is true. All right, Sir Edward. For our last question for today, in lieu of cyber threats arising this year, how can you assure corporations that their data will remain secured?
Okay. In our capacity, we say cybersecurity starts before you can open the doors. Diba? So yun yung palagi namin tagline. So at Lenovo, security begins with a design and continues through the supply chain. So before we even set or deliver this product to the market, we make sure in our supply chain We deliver the full life cycle of the device. We make sure we install the right security products. And our priority is really protecting our customers' business, with each Lenovo product. That's why we have created, I think I mentioned it a while ago, ThinkShield. And this is really a customizable security platform brought to you by of course, Lenovo. So our innovative portfolio of cutting-edge offerings protects you from today's sophisticated, sabi nga nila, cyber criminals. But of course, isa lang to, no? Kasi this is yung sasabi natin within the box, Think Shield. We also out of the box or above the box, which is basically our camera shutter. That's another security feature that we have with our ThinkPad and Thinkbook models. Yung pag-alis mo, malidetect niya nawawala ka dun sa ilalak niya ulit yung screen mo. So those are also built in already, no? But having said that, that is just within the device itself. But if you are looking for an enterprise type of security, of course, we work with partners, and we also carry them like Fileway, for example, no? And we have Sentinel One, we have Buffer Zone. So all these technologies and solutions, we offer them all at the same time. But if you're just talking about the hardware itself, we have those Think Shield, the camera shutter, and then the proximity that blocks or locks down your screen. Those are already built in. But the others, if you wanted enterprise, then you have those options actually, Mary.
Wow, yes, that security technology is just amazing. When you leave, they
Mm.
detect it already. Wow,
Yes.
amazing. So there you go. Let us all give a big round of applause for Mr. Edward He's on for answering all our questions.